know, we were supposed to be starting construction today, like this week. I told you you were gonna come out this week. Dude, I get a call from my contractor last week. He's like, Joe, I got some bad news for you. And I'm like, you know what? He's like, we can't turn the power on your building. I'm like, National Grid won't turn the power on. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, this is crazy, because you've been out of power for 6 months, and it's really only been 5 months, 2 weeks, I have to go through something called a design phase. And it's a 7-week process minimum, dude. So I'm talking, and so he's a little confused. He doesn't even know what it is, and he's doing contracting in the city forever. So I call up National Grid, and this lady's telling me that because I've been out of power for 6 months, and get you, it's really less than 6 months, but just a little bit, and because I'm a commercial building, that I have to go through something called a design phase, which, you know, they come out and they have to look at, I guess, my setup or whatever. And she's like, it's a 7-week process minimum, and it won't start until after the new year because they're down 2 engineers and because it's the holidays. And even then, if one of 2 things happens, and it's like, basically, if they have to come out and do like any sort of a survey for whatever reason, it could be 2 or 3 months more. So it could be April, May that I get open. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what are you talking about? April, May? Dude, you know what I mean? So I can't go that long without being able to pay my mortgage and everything. I got to get open. That would be a whole year. So I call everyone I know in the city, call people I know, I'm like, what's up with this? And they're like, oh, it's National Grid. They're like, forget about it. You're done. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, I know guys that have had $5 million projects, wait 7 months for power, that know the governor and shit like that. So I'm like, what am I going to do, dude? We were supposed to start, they were supposed to start on building this week. So, yeah, so I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So, but that's how you can get screwed. Like, if I didn't come up with a solution for that, if I didn't already have the money to pay my mortgage like I've been doing for the insurance check come in, I lose my building. You know, like, what happens if my insurance, say, for instance, didn't pay out for the rest of it? I already had to pay out of pocket for all the stuff that happened for the last 6 months. Yeah, I got my insurance check, I got back stuff to pay. What if I can't pay for everything until May? You know what I mean? You lose your building or whatever. So luckily what I did was, because it's such a small building, I'm having everything done on generator. And so basically I can find a generator and either just buy the generator and have them do start to finish and run on generator, or I could get a generator. Hopefully I can hook into my gas line, so I can house it and I'll always have power, right? So at the end of the day, $1,500, $2,000 or whatever it'll be, you know, because, you know, Worcester, we lose power. Sometimes you lose power for 2-3 days. Out in the sticks, lose power for months. But you get an ice storm every 3 years in Worcester. People lose power for a week, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it might help in the long run, but it's like, I didn't know that. I had no idea. If I couldn't make a phone call to like someone that helps me, like is my partner, but like, you know, that's why you always, you know, it's who you know. You're always making relationships, always looking for people that know more. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I want to be able to help people like I've gotten help. You know what I mean? So if something happens, so I called him up. I'm like, Pat, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And he was just like, you know, and it took him all 2 seconds. He was like, okay, no problem. Let's get a generator. You know, and I'm like, what? And he's like, well, yeah. How big's your building? You know, I told him, and he's like, yeah, just go get a generator. And I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. I called the contractor back and like, get on generator, because they were going to have to do part of it anyways on generator. But then you think people are looking out for you. The contractor's like, oh yeah, okay, no problem. I'm like, so you were going to have me wait until National Grid turned my power on to start the process to kick me back 2 more months if I didn't call you up and say, finish the job on generator? You know what I'm saying? So you get some people, you know, that's why you always need guidance, man. Like this, and he's helped me out with so much stuff. My parents have helped me out. I've had a lot of people help me out. So I want to help other people, but I want to be able to take that phone call tomorrow, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and tell someone else, hey, do this, and help them. You know what I mean? Just on love, right? Because that's what's happened to me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, but that's messed up, right? It's messed up, you know? So that's what I'm trying to do. So we have to incorporate the how to do it part in somehow, because I want to help people figure out how to do it, you know, just ideas. And then I want to get into something where we do some sort of a program or contest or something where we can, you know, I'd like to help kids coming up, you know what I mean? So we got to make sure we do that.